Well, looks like we're gonna have a rainy day today here in Quartzsite. Today we're supposed to have 76% chance of rain in about 2 hours, or about an hour and a half. It's supposed to start raining. And I guess we're getting, right now, California just got a bunch of flooding and rains and storms. So we're getting all that rain from California today. So it's going to be a rainy day in the bus. So when it rains here in Quartzsite, you have to be prepared for it, because there could be a lot of flooding out here. Quartzsite gets a lot of flooding whenever it gets a lot of rain out here. I've seen videos of like literally floods just going through the washes, water going up on people's vehicles. So that's one thing that you have to put into consideration when coming out to Quartzsite and you're finding a campsite to set up camp at, is you do not want to set up right alongside of a wash. And there's tons of washes all over the place. I mean, where I'm at right now, to get back to this area alone, I had to drive through, I want to say, about 7 different washes to get to this area. Now, it's only supposed to rain for 1 day so far. And once I'm at my campsite, I don't really leave. Not unless I go in town to go do errands, or if I want to go explore something, film something. But for the most part, I'm here at my site. So where I'm set up at, obviously there's a wash over there. There's like a small little wash right here. But I'm far away enough that if we do get a massive amount of rain, the water will not reach my bus. I hope. And then we are in the desert, so meaning since today is the only day that it's going to rain, because as I'm filming this right now, it is a Saturday. I do have to pack up the bus on Monday, which is in 2 days, and I have to go in town to do some errands. We are in the desert, so the ground is going to clear up pretty fast. So meaning all those washes that I'm going to have to go through to get out of here on Monday, they should be already dried up. And if not, then I'll just have to push it off to another day. Not a big deal. So I make my own schedule out here. But I've never been out here in Quartzsite when there's been a lot of rain. So I am curious to see if these washes out here where I'm at fill up with water. And I see the clouds running in. Oh, I think I even see rain way over there in the distance. So yeah, it's coming. So out there in the distance, where it looks really, really dark, that is actually rain. So it's coming. It's dark out here right now, and it's already 9 o'clock in the morning. Sunrise was at 7 this morning. Should be a pretty good good bit of rain. So last night I already packed up everything that was out here, because you know, also in the desert the weather changes constantly. So I didn't know when it was going to start raining this morning, although I do wake up around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning every single morning. So all my cooking equipment that I had on the table, I packed that up, put it inside the bus. This was the last thing I didn't pack up. I didn't pack this up last night because I like to come out here in the mornings and sit in the chair, have my coffee, and enjoy the sunrise since I'm up so early. But I'm just going to I'm going to put this just underneath the bus right here. And then I'm not going to pack up my table because, well, I can just wipe my table off after the rain is over with. And then the rug that I have down here on the ground is a waterproof rug, so it'll dry by tomorrow after the rain. So, I think that's everything. Well, one thing you definitely don't know about what you're going to get with the desert is the weather. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon now, and we were supposed to get 70-something% chance of rain at 9. Even the radar was all crazy looking. And then nothing. 10 o'clock, same thing. 11 o'clock, it was 90-something%. And right now, we just got some sprinkles. And all day today, because it changed, it says we have 100% chance of rain. The wind has been really bad, as you guys can see. My hair is all over the place right now. But yeah, it's been very high winds, but not 100% chance of rain. How am I supposed to make a rainy day in Quartzsite video with no rain? I know the day's not over yet. It's the desert for you. Well, because today was supposed to be 100% chance of rain and a rainy day, I decided to be all bummy today. So, sorry I'm not looking cute on the video right now. But this is a lounge day for me today. But I don't know if we're gonna get a bunch of rain. It actually would have been nice to have a little bit of rain. So, I guess maybe, you know, because I don't have the confidence that the rain's coming. You know, this video is supposed to be about a rainy day on Quartzsite and how to prepare for it and what to do and the flooding and stuff. So, I guess I'll just talk about something that happened to me last night. I can laugh about it now, but I wasn't laughing before. You know, camping in the desert, living in the desert, just being in the desert, period. You don't just have to worry about the weather and the rain and the flooding. There's so many other things you have to worry about. The critters out here. We are in the desert. There's rattlesnakes, tarantulas, scorpions, the wildlife. There's coyotes all over the place. So you always have to be aware. When you're walking around out here in the desert, like the other day when I went to go do a hike, you definitely need to constantly look at the ground when you're walking. These rattlesnakes blend in with these rocks, and they blend in with the ground. So does the scorpions, and so does some of the tarantulas. So, what happened to me last night? Well, in the middle of the night last night, I got up to use the restroom. And when I got up to use the restroom, I lay back down in this bed. And when I laid back down in this bed, I laid down like this, where my head looked right up there, because I was laying on my back. And when I looked up at my ceiling, there was a freaking tarantula on my ceiling of the inside of my bus, right above my head. Now, if you guys have been following my channel for a while now, I can laugh about this now. If you guys have been following my channel for a while now, then you guys know I am deathly afraid of spiders, more than I am snakes, scorpions, any kind of wildlife. I mean, even a spider that's the size of a dot, I'm deathly afraid of it. I do not like spiders. And mind you, this was in the middle of the night, so meaning my other friend that's here was probably sleeping. And of course I screamed when I saw the tarantula, and I jump up out of the bed, and it did go through my mind just really, really fast. Should I call my friend, wake him up, and have him come over here and get this tarantula, because I'm scared to death. Now, I want to let you know it wasn't a huge tarantula like the size of my hand here. It was like a medium-sized tarantula. So it was a younger tarantula. A tarantula is a tarantula. A spider is a spider. I know that tarantulas can jump. I know that they're fast. And so I didn't want to call my friend. I had to act really fast, because I figured if I would have called my friend, because he is set up camp a little far away from me, because I like to have my space. So I'm like, oh God, by the time my friend gets up, probably gets dressed, comes over here, the tarantula's probably going to jump somewhere, or it's going to scurry off somewhere, or worse, fall into my covers. So, please don't get mad at me, guys. Please. You guys know how I feel about animals. And stuff. And I'm so sorry. I know I'm going to get some slack for this. But guys, I'm scared to death of spiders. And, you know, I have my little one here. She was on the bed. So my reaction was to grab my shoe, my flip-flop, and I did kill the tarantula. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry for anybody that might be offended by that, or for anybody that's mad because I killed the tarantula. But you guys don't understand the fear that I have with spiders. Literally. And you know, those things jump. And I wasn't going to have a freaking tarantula inside my bus somewhere. Mind you, after all that happened, you know, and I threw the dead tarantula out the door, I was up for hours. I was up for hours because I kept staring around my ceiling. I kept looking all over the place. I kept feeling my hair, lifting up my comforter. Like, I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I did not. So, you know, that's part of desert life. Part of being out here in the desert. I've been coming out here to Quartzsite for the last few years, And I've never had a spider or snake or scorpion or any of that inside my vehicles. I did get a critter, I think it was like a mouse or something, inside my Jeep one time, but it was just one time. And I do apologize for killing the spider, but I was freaking out, and how my friend didn't hear me screaming, because I screamed a lot. I screamed when I hit the spider. I screamed when I saw the spider. I screamed when I had to pick it up with the toilet paper and put it outside. I mean, I screamed so many times, and then I was like this. So please don't give me any slack for killing the tarantula, but I did not want the spider. There's no way I would have caught the spider. There's absolutely no way. And I was not going to have a spider moving in and being our neighbor inside the bus. I just wasn't. I will get rid of the bus before that happens. And I'm not really familiar with I'm not really familiar with tarantulas. I don't know if they can bite. I don't know if I don't think they're poisonous. But, I mean, they gotta be able to bite, I think, you know. And I get worried more than anything about my dog, you know. So I apologize for that. I'm laughing about it now because I'm thinking about how I was at 2 o'clock in the morning last night with this spider, and how I just lay down in this bed, and it literally, I'm not even kidding you guys, it literally was right here above me, right above me, just sitting there on the ceiling, right above my head. It could have fell on me. Could have fell on my bed. Could have fell on my face. It could have fell on my body. It could have... Ooh. Just shivering thinking about it. So yeah. There's so much you have to put into consideration when you're out here in the desert. Just like there's so much consideration that you have to put out. Give yourself, you know... when you're out in the woods or in the mountains and all that stuff. Desert life is pretty harsh, and you always have to constantly watch your area and look around. You know, the weather today has finally cooled off, and we are out of the 80-degree temperatures now. So now with the weather cooling off, that means that these snakes and all that should be going into hibernation. They won't be out as much. I'm not really familiar about tarantulas, though. I don't know. Do tarantulas go into hibernation? Do they, I don't know. So there's my story to share with you guys about what happened to me last night. It was a tragedy for me, and I was in a crisis mode. So I hope you guys understand. Well, looky there. We got some action. Maybe this is that 100% chance of rain. What do you think about that, little one? It's finally raining. She's like, this is boring, Mama. This is boring. Can't go outside. But look, we finally got some rain. Well, it sure did come down. I don't know if we're gonna survive all this flooding that we got. But I'm gonna say we will survive.